Hi everyone, I'm Hayley. I'm always in the craft room, and today we're talking about bras, specifically the Sahaara bra from Rubie's Bras. I've made two bras. This one was my test version, this one is my final version, and I'm going to talk you through all of the changes I needed to make to the pattern to make it work for me. So this was a bit of a journey because you do use proper bra making materials. So I purchased pretty much everything you can see here from the sewingchest.co.uk, who have an amazing range, and they also have quite a lot of starter packs and things. So I needed to buy Duoplex fabric, which is low stretch, for the frame underneath the cups and the cups themselves, and then for the back I needed power net. I needed waistband elastic 38mm because I chose to do the wide waistband, fold over elastic to finish the edges, and also bra strapping and a hook and eye for the back. Some of these bits and bobs I've harvested off ready to wear bras that were no longer serviceable, so they're a bit of a mishmash and it doesn't all match, but you know what, they're under my clothes, so it doesn't really matter. I measured myself per the pattern instructions. And for context, I wear a ready-to-wear UK bra size 34C. I would say I'm really a 34B and a half, but a B cup leads to spillage, so that's not going to work. A C, I don't feel like I fully fill it anymore since having kids, breastfeeding, etc. So I have been measured in various places, and I'm confident in my ready-to-wear bra size of a 34C. When I measured myself according to this pattern, I came out at a 30D. Now I know sewing pattern sizes aren't ready-to-wear sizes. I know UK bra sizes probably aren't Canadian bra sizes, and this is a Canadian company. But still, I was just like, that sounds way wrong. 30 sounds like it's going to be way too tight. D sounds like it's going to be way too big. So I hemmed and hawed and thought about it for a while. And what I did was I kind of split the difference. So I normally wear a 34 band. They told me to make a 30 band, so I made a 32. They told me to make a D cup. I'm really a B plus cup, so I made a C cup. So I measured a 30D, I made a 32C. And spoiler alert, they were right and they were wrong. So the issue with bras, obviously, is you can't really try it on until you're quite a long way into the construction. And also, a bit like with trousers, I have this problem. When I try them on in the initial, ooh, I finished it fitting, versus when I've worn them for a full day, the results can be quite different. But as soon as I tried this on, the second I put it on, I knew the band was too big. So they were right. I needed a 30 band. The great thing is I'd cut a 32, so I reprinted the pattern piece. And if you imagine, if this is the side seam, it comes across and then you have the scoop for the hook and eye. And the size down, all it is, side seam's exactly the same, you just cut it a bit shorter. So that was fantastic. I laid the finished bra out and just cut it off to a 30. This front frame section is the same size in the pattern. So that was really easy to do. I did have to unpick a lot of elastic, yeah, but still, I have made it into a 30 around, and that is perfect. That is spot on for me. The C cup, however, and bear in mind the pattern told me to make a D, the C cup's too big. There's gaping under the arms. Now, maybe I should have pulled this fold over elastic tighter. I don't know. But it is a bit too big. It's not unwearably too big. It's just a bit too big. So with the benefit of one bra under my belt, I had a lot more information going into making this one. So what I decided to do was go down a cup size. Yeah, I've already gone down one, haven't I? We're going down another. So I decided to make a B, but I did think if I reduce the cup size, maybe the band will feel tighter. So I cut 32 again. So this I made a 32B and should have made a 30 again. But it was really easy to alter the back. So now I know I'm definitely a 30 band in rubies. The B cup is much better. However, I have one issue with this bra, which I don't have with this bra. And that is, it fits fine. It feels like the right size. But sometimes when I lean forward, my boobs just fall out of it. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's because the cup size is now too small, but that one definitely feels too big, or if it has to do with what they call the waistband. I wouldn't call this a waistband, but in the instructions they call it a waistband. So you can see on this one, the waistband is on the outside of the bra all the way around, and that is as per the pattern instructions. On this one, let me take it down and show you. I've done it back to front, so the waistband is actually on the inside. And I didn't do that on purpose. I did that because when I got to the band instructions on this, I just literally couldn't figure them out. I was so confused when it said right side to wrong side to right side to flip it to stitch this down to top stitch there. It made literally no sense to me. I just couldn't make head nor tail of it. So I just did what I thought was best, which resulted in the waistband looking really neat, and it's top stitched on the outside here, and on the inside it's against the skin. When I made it a second time and I got to those same instructions, they were clear as day. I knew exactly what they wanted me to do. How weird is that? The first time I was completely baffled. The second time I was just like, oh yeah, and it's not like I'd worked out how to do it right, so I understood it for this one, because I did this one wrong. Anyway. So I don't know if that is affecting how secure it is, because I do feel like with the waistband fully against my body, it sits closer to my body, whereas with this one, you've got a tiny bit of bulk on the inside and the waistband isn't as close. I don't know. I don't know if that's what's making the difference. When I make my next one, I think I will make a 30B and apply the elastic this way, the wrong way, because it just feels comfier to me. And then we'll see if that stops the slippage problem. It's not a massive problem, and it doesn't fall all the way out. It's just like I lean forward, I have to readjust. But yeah, I wouldn't wear it. I wouldn't wear that bra with the top like this. So anyway, the instructions were a bit tricky because they show 3 different variations of this bra, but they kind of appear to be interchangeable, and there's no reason why they shouldn't be interchangeable, and yet in the instructions they're not at all. I don't know if I'm explaining that properly, but basically view B is the outline that I wanted, the line drawing that I wanted, but it's completely sheer, and I wanted foam lining in the cups. On this first version, I actually lined the cups in a tricot knit lining, which is really silky and really lovely. I added a foam cup, and in order to reduce bulk, I tried not to stitch the foam cup along the centre front edge. And as you can see, that was a bunchy disaster. I tried to just attach it on the underarm seam and then let it hang free. And I don't know what I was thinking, because obviously the second that goes in the wash, it just gets all bunched up. On this version, being a bit older and a bit wiser, I basted the foam cup to the lining fabric all the way around and dealt with it as one piece. And you know what? It's not too bulky. It's absolutely fine. And as a consequence, everything stays put. This is lined in a beige silk jersey. And you can see my finishing got a lot better and a lot neater on the inside of this one as compared to the first. The trickiest part is definitely this V. And on my first one, I did not do a great job, and it's all a bit, yeah. And it did actually fail at one point and I had to restitch it. So not my neatest work, but you know what? I wear it, so all's well that ends well. And I've learned a lot going forward for bra making, either this bra again or others. And yeah, I will definitely make this again. Even with the slight issues I have with it, I reach for both of these bras constantly when I'm just working from home for the day. They're really comfortable. They're not, I wouldn't say they're not supportive. They don't add much lift, let's say. Yeah, they don't add much lift. They don't give a particularly refined shape from the outside. But they're perfectly adequate for what I want them for, and it's not marketed as like the world's most supportive bra, so I do feel like I got exactly what I asked for, and yeah, I'm really pleased with them. I have now got bra making materials for life, so I'm hoping if I can refine the fit just a little bit more, just tweak it a tiny bit, that I can just keep making this for life, basically, never have to buy another ready-to-wear bra. The other alteration I might make is just to lower this point a little bit. It's quite full coverage at the moment, and I don't really think it's necessary. I would be happy with it being an inch or two lower there. Oh, and they have you make bra straps, from Duoplex, and then attaching it to a shorter piece of bra elastic. So this is woven with no stretch, and all of the, the wearing ease comes from this. I don't know if it was just my particular Duoplex, but I find this quite uncomfortable. Once it's pressed into this narrow width, it's kind of sharp. I think it's like nylon, but honestly, now, as we have gone over many times, I am a little princess. Things irritate me that do not irritate other people. And I did once actually cut my hand on a piece of ribbon. Not even joking. I managed to draw blood on fabric ribbon. So this issue probably is specific just to me, but I found that uncomfortable. And on the next one, I just did all bra straps, which seems to be fine. And I put the adjustment at the front just because I find that then it sits in this little concave bit and is less visible. Whereas if I have the adjustment at the back, when I lean back on chairs, I can feel it digging in and it bothers me. And the other change I made was also to do with the straps. You're supposed to do this kind of U back where the bra strap becomes the edging for the center back of the bra. So can you see that? It's just a continuation of the bra strap that goes all the way into the back band. And I just found that was pulling the center back up. It was like there was too much strain on that. So on this version, I finished the whole of the back band with fold over elastic. Actually, you can see really well because it doesn't particularly match that well. So I finished it with fold over elastic, and then I just sent the straps in straight. This is tricky. And I just stitched them down. And next time I would cut the straps longer and tack them twice, because that is a point of a lot of strain. That's my bras. As I say, very comfortable. I love the wide waistband elastic. That really makes all the difference to me. And I'm very pleased with my Rubie's Sahaara bra. I will link the pattern below in case you want to take a look for yourself. Thanks very much for watching. Bye. I find that You know what? I'm lying. I take that back.